Hey y'all, it's Alita. It's Tuesday. We are here for Knowledge is Power. We are at the Funky Monkey located here in Friendswood, Texas. My cannabis company is called Because Adulting is Hard, and I am super excited to tell you all about some news today. So this is a series we ask you to drop a green heart below so that you that we know that you're there. We help all the posts because God forbid we can't run this as an ad because you're not supposed to talk about these things. It's against the Facebook rules. Well, you could talk about them, but you can't promote them. I don't know. They change the rules all the time. So let's talk about people changing rules. So last week we kind of hinted around that we were just not going to talk about what was happening with Delta 8. I had made a decision that we were not going to travel with it. Whoop, whoop, that needs to go in the box. So when we're talking about going to the bakery, we can now take that. I had made the decision we weren't going to travel with it. We weren't going to really talk about it on the lives. We weren't really going to announce that we were selling it, but I was going to continue to sell through what I had until a decision had been made in the legislature. Ta-da! We got one. Yay! So what happened was there were a bunch of different hemp companies, whether you're in the growing or you're in the selling or you're in the product making, whatever you're in, if you're into this business, I'm all in. I got a lot of money tied up into cannabis products because we're all in. We one day want to own a dispensary, a high-end dispensary. We're into the cannabis, basically we're in the pipeline. We're doing all the things. We have registered with our hemp license. We've done all those things. What had happened was, kind of shadily, when they passed the hemp bill, I'm going to get Clay in 2022. That's part of our podcast when we relaunch our podcast. I'm going to get Clay, the lawyer, to come back on and explain this in a little better lawyerly terms. But I'm going to give you how I understand it, layman's terms of how it happened. When they passed the Farm Bill, they originally said you could sell hemp products that had a legal limit of 0.03 THC or less in that product, Delta 9 THC. So then we all followed the rules, right? We started buying products that followed that set of rules. They manufactured products. They grew products. We did all of the things that said that they made the rules to follow. Well, then they kind of shadily, and I mean shadily, and who I mean they is, let me go back up to the top of my article here so I make sure the Texas Department of State Health Services on October 15th made an online notice all of a sudden that Delta 8 was now a Schedule 1 drug. Okay, so I had to go and make sure I knew what I was talking about. So I looked up. Let's talk about what are Schedule 1 drugs in the state of Texas. Heroin. Okay. LSD. PCP. Crack. Cocaine. I guess maybe they're the same thing. Crack cocaine. And then you're going to slide in on there. You're going to slide in Delta 8 THC. I don't think so, y'all. They're not even the same. They're not even the same. But what made this more alarming to me was that it then took products like this, which is a whole plant. This is literally seed, stems, roots of the cannabis hemp product, and it made this product illegal as well because this product has Delta 8 in it. So the conundrum wasn't just with isolate products. That's what people were freaking out. That's what you all came in mass quantities and bought. Oh my God, we're going to run out of John's CBD. And John has to do what's right for his company. So he told us he was going to stop manufacturing it for a little while until the gray was, which I understand. He can't lose his manufacturer license. On the retail side, I'm like, oh, you also told me to close my store because I was not essential. So I'm trying to apply a little bit of logic and reason to a system that doesn't have logic and reason. But what I started panicking about is, when you tell me I can't even sell my most medicinal product after you told me it was totally legal, that doesn't make any sense. So literally what I've invested all of in my store and what all of these Texas companies invested in, all of a sudden overnight went from this is a totally legal thing to, oh my God, we're selling heroin. Okay, well, we're just not. So I'm excited to say that out of that, typically what happens to me when I start to panic is it turns on my creative genes and makes me think and makes me study and makes me look for some different options, which I'm really excited to say that while we were doing this, I went to the hemp, the first Texas Hemp Festival, And I found lots and lots of Texas vendors, and I actually found product that I feel that we're missing in our lineup. So my goal for going forward out of Christmas season is to go and continue to look for additional Delta 8 products, but also it opened my eyes up to, if they take Delta 8, if we can't continue to carry it, because just because there's an injunction filed doesn't mean that it's going to be found in our favor. So it gives me time to scramble, though. What I feel like we're truly missing is we're missing some full spectrum products. So a whole plant gummy like this, because this really, really is a great product. Now, is it as high in Delta 8? Is it going to be as good for pain management? No, but it is a really, really good product. And you can still kind of get that body feeling, that euphoric feeling off of it. And what I also found was, this is the gummy that we typically carry in a Delta 8. We also carry it in a tincture. I carry it in the Delta 8 isolate tincture like this, and I also carry it in a Delta 8 gummy. This, again, is a Go Texas 100% organic product. I love that. It's manufactured here in Friendswood, Texas. That's where we are if you're watching us not locally. So we're not going to discontinue those products. Those are our number one selling products in there. We also have Delta 8 with CBD in it. What we are missing, and what I am making a promise going forward, is that as I'm adding new lines into the Monkey, I am looking for Texas-based companies. Texas-grown hemp. We want to, next year, Tyler and I hop in the car and go film at a farm. We want to be able to take you so you can see, so that you know from field to farmer to packaging where your product is coming from. That's important to me. Remember, keep that money tight. I want to keep my money in Texas. It's where my tax base is. It's where my home is. It's where my kids' education fund comes out of. I want to keep my money in Texas. So that challenges me, this kind of whole gray area, challenged me to make sure that I am going forward looking for Texas-based brands. So Lisa's on the back end doing that. And through kind of our looking, I found different than this product. This is purely Delta 8, all by itself. This is an intense product, y'all. If you come in, we have it locked up. We have a conversation with you about it. It is great for pain management, but you have to know what you're doing with it and in there. But in my process of looking, I found some really great products. This is actually a Delta 8 hemp product, but what it also has in it is it has 7.5 milligrams of CBD rosin, which is, remember when we talked about the whole plant being pressed with just heat and pressure, and they're extracting out the rosin. It's super, super sticky, very, very. What you're going to get out of that is you're going to get a little bit more of a whole body. We call it the entourage effect in CBD from this, which you may not necessarily get with this. So a lot of times when I'm recommending this, I'm telling people you have to be pairing it with your multivitamin. This is your multivitamin of the lineup. This is your vitamin D of the lineup, right? You can't just take the vitamin D and hope that all of your other things stay in place. It just doesn't work like that. But with a product like this, you're getting that full effect there. You're also getting that in John's product when you're mixing the Delta 8 THC with the CBD. I love this. This one is a nighttime product to me. It definitely makes me drowsy when you put it in there. When you have it by itself, I put this in my coffee in the morning. Y'all, I run 3 companies. It's going to be okay. This is not heroin. I can promise you that that's just those people that, number one, they didn't have their stuff together and they're not taxing it right. Fair. I understand. You need rules about it. Great. Tell me the rules. I'll play by your game. But they're just different products in the lineup. And that's what we're doing here at the Monkey. We keep saying you can walk into a vape shop. You can walk into HEB. You can go to Kroger. You can go to your gas station. There's CBD products everywhere. There's hemp products everywhere. But they are not all created equal. And there's absolutely people on the market that are selling you product that don't actually have CBD in it. It's hemp oil, or it's just not. It's not regulated enough that you need to make sure that you're getting your products from a reputable vendor. That's us. Come and see us. I make appointments if you want to speak to me specifically. Send us your friends, send us your family. We do remote calls all the time. My staff has the access to my work calendar, so they just schedule people on there. It could be a phone conference. It could be whatever. We want to get you into products. We will go back to shipping the Delta 8 again. We do require that you are 21 and up to purchase that. Though that's not required of us. That's just our requirement for it. I'm super excited, though, about what we're doing. And I keep telling people as they come in and ask me questions, I'm like, if this is really something you're passionate about and it's something that you believe in and you were in a state of panic when you found out that we weren't going to be able to carry Delta 8, I highly recommend that you're looking at your next legislative session and who you are voting for to make sure that they are aligned. There are both liberal and conservative candidates that are both pro-cannabis. We can't continue to say we support the Texas farmer and we do these things and that we're pro-cannabis if we don't elect people that are pro-cannabis. Thank you very much for seeing us. We'll see you again next Tuesday for Knowledge is Power. You're going to see us in about 20 minutes down at Larry's. We're going to announce the winners from all of this weekend's Shop Hop experiences. We hope that you were able to come out and join us, and we will see you again this weekend for the Buffalo Catering pop-up and on Thursday for New Product Live. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.